I love when OBS updates and it just decides to unassign my mic. That's great. We love it here. Hi, Coconut. Hi, Annie. Hi, Sunny. How's everybody doing today? Why does OBS do that? Why does it just unassign my mic? I don't know why it does that. That's weird. Hi, Zeph. How's everybody doing? My Chatterino looks so colorful with the VIPs and the subs. I hope everyone's doing well. It's windy and rainy. Suffering. Oh no. I'm doing all right. Just working on uni assignments. Nice. I feel the suffering. I think you can tell I haven't woken up quite yet because my voice is still kind of dry, but oh well. Just gotta see on my test, so yay. Oh no, that sucks. I'm sorry. How's the music compared to my voice? Yes, no? Still trying to figure things out sound-wise. Oh, I love seeing everybody's avatars. I'm getting stress migraines daily. It's becoming an issue. Oh, Annie, I've been there. But we are alive. I deal with a lot of barometric pressure migraines. So around this time of year, when the weather's going above and below zero in Canada, I'm pretty comatose, but we're trying our best. I get that, though. Anyway. If this is set up properly. Nice. Why am I not getting any game sounds? How dare they make me write a thesis to get my diploma? Fair. Where? Okay, there are game sounds. They're just rather quiet game sounds. True. Oh God, I remember college. I mean, I only did college. I didn't do university, but okay. It has been a while since I've logged on. What even? I have so many blueprints to do. All right, let's just go fishing. Am I turning off chat? We'll see how annoying it gets. Oh my God, Etho's back #2 again. I'm also working on my thesis, and how dare they make me do work for the degree I chose? It's awful. Can't believe they do that to you. There we go. Wasn't letting me click. If I have to read one more thing about road pollution, I might combust. Man, it's insane that, like, a little bit how much our education does cross over in some ways. Because I went to school for environmental tech and then I did horticulture. So we did do a semester of learning about road maintenance and road pollution. Well, I'm combusting clearly, migraine killing me. Ugh. I don't know how much it helps you, but my migraines, I will lay on my bed with an ice pack over my eyes, and sometimes that helps. I'm sitting on like 1.5 million. Nice. Must be. Yeah, I'm pretty close in that sense. Oh my god, Etho's on. I've not left bed yet today. That's a mood. I didn't get a bed till like 2 yesterday. I was visiting family all weekend and it was good to see them, but my goodness, I forgot how tired out my family can make me. Especially not even, it's like, it's more even just not being in my own space. Ugh. Okay, I've showered and picked up my burger order from the door. There you go. Something. What is it? Yeah, that's the button I'm looking for. It's been so long. What even angler level am I? 47. Dang, that's pretty good. Good burger. Don't say burger too much. You're going to make me want one. Well, I can make an amateur one. I do have chicken burgers in my freezer right now. Ah. And we're back to 1.6 million. What was I even trying for? Is it just filling out more of the indexes, probably? Yeah, and I haven't done much here yet. I'm spending all my money this month and I do not care. Sometimes it really just do be like that. I gotta be a little extra careful right now because I'm on a leave from work. Just needed some time to deal with some personal things. But I gotta be really careful this month budget-wise. Life be lifing sometimes, you know? It's coming back to me. I think we want... Is it Wise that gives us more variety? Yeah. Or the stronger... Let's go for this, actually. What use is Rich Dad if he does not give me burger money? Does everybody win the lottery just so it's a lot more affordable? From his face. Me a movie star. Down in this place. Fish. Oh yeah, I have to. I saw that Annie redeemed my the daily treasure. I need to bug Day to get me the soundbite for that alert. Still in the Navy. Treasure. What I get for having a best friend and then trading vocal stems for over a decade. Treasure and fish. Key. Hi, Key. Just hearing you say it is amazing. Oh, God. When you get me and my 3 other closest IRLs together, we just bounce those vocal stems off each other, or somebody will say half a song lyric and then either me or Jax will kick in and say the other half. Like, I need nothing else. I'm glad I managed to finally figure out getting my name right. Not have the 38 on the end of it anymore. Move past having numbers in my username. I think it's because at one point I accidentally had a second Minecraft account Because I think I bought it again, and I already had one. I should look into that. I guess I have a cam account if I ever need one, but with free cam these days, you don't really need one. I do want to get back to my single player at some point. And I am still really debating just starting a Hytale World on stream. Because I need to get further in that game. And I liked my first attempt, but I didn't put myself near a river, which is really annoying. Or any sort of water source. I usually like building near a water source, so debating restarting that save. Day's also been getting me back into Rune Factory, so that's going to consume me again at some point. Oh, also, yeah, screw it. I dropped my phone. Oh, no! I've done that before, though. It's always so unfortunate. Rip phone. 6 years. That's pretty good for a phone these days. I have a little bit of a bad habit of just waiting for the contract on mine to expire and then I'll get another one, a new one. My phone bill's also always a little bit high because of that. I need to get better with just sticking with one model of phone for a while. I did get a new tablet like last year, so that's where a good chunk of my electronics money went anyway. So mad at Windows for obsoleting my writing laptop. How dare they? The rare pair would have cost more than a new one. I guess it's a backup for now. That's fair. I think I have one of my old ones as a backup too. Just because they were only going to give me like $20 for it or something like that, so I just hung on to it instead. I really hate electronics companies and their forced obsolescence, though. That annoys me greatly. Zeph just disappeared off screen for a moment. I'm sure that's fine. The avatars are too good at distracting your streamer because I just like watching them run around the stream. It's the autism new phone is too much change. That's fair. Surely, Zeph, you're trying to escape the box. You can't escape the box. No window escaping. Let me out. I got some more time this week, though, so I'm thinking I might do another Cult of the Lamb stream at some point this week. Maybe tomorrow. Unsure. But I do want to do another Cult of the Lawn stream. We gotta get Day back on for another stream, too. I think that would be fun. Cult? I like Cult? Yeah. We definitely gotta play more Cult soon. Oh, nice. I really want to get to the new part of Cult of the Lamb, so for sure we return to that soon. There's literally so many games I'm into right now. It's such a problem. Lon. Key got 10 consecutive streams. Nice. Yes, we must return to lawn. Grass. Yeah, let me remember my gaming prowess, and then we definitely return to lawn. Number go up. Day got me into playing Fields of Mystria, and I really want to get through the rest of the mines before the update drops. I just haven't done it yet because I kept just getting distracted by pretty women. You must understand. Back to the cult. I won't have to think. Yeah, soon. 10 consecutive streak. Nice. There we go. We're getting a bunch of 10 streaks. That's cool to see. Back to the cult. Yeah, we'll do the cult soon. Maybe tomorrow. I'm a little too tired today, but another 10. Yay! I literally have my hands off the keyboard or else I'm be jumping around. We just chilling. I did forget how fun my avatar looks on here. Why just remind of sub goal? Twitch? Alright, whatever. Twitch chill. We just chilling today. I am thinking about that Hytale stream more and more though, of just starting a new world and playing it. Because it does seem like a game that would suck my life away if I let myself get dragged into it. And I've gotten a little, like I got to the point that I had iron gear on my first save. I just really don't like my base location. I want to retry. God damn it, now all I'm thinking about is Cult of the Limb. Soon. Maybe tomorrow. Grotto. What other games are coming out that I'm thinking about? I know that new, I think Tomodachi Life is coming out soon. I forget when that is, but I was interested in that one. Looking for treasure spots. Because really my whole goal in this game is I want to get those butterfly wings. Because they're very pretty. But I think we're just going to go for pearls this time. I know we want that stable. What's everyone's plans for the rest of the week? I'm basically just going to be hiding in my house. Oh no, wait, tomorrow's movie night with my friends. Okay, perhaps we do Friday then. Because I have plans potentially on Thursday. I'm also spending some of my break from work looking into more ADHD resources. It's weird learning more about yourself so a couple decades into my life. Tonight, the locksmith we hired to replace 2 door locks comes back with a door to replace the glass one that shattered. Oh, God. Homework, some more homework, maybe homework, and then drawing. Man. Critical Role? Nice. My partner's really into Critical Role. I've watched their Amazon series, but I didn't actually watch the campaign. My house was designed by a mentally deranged crackhead. Oh! I found out my local cinema is going to be showing Iron Lung this weekend. So I'm headed to the Blood Ocean. Yes, Key. Go watch it. I'm still thinking about it. I saw it last Monday. Oh my god. What a good movie. And I admit, like, I wasn't watching that much Mark, and now I'm rewatching a whole bunch of Markiplier again. I want to see. It's very good. I am so waiting for the physical release to happen because I really want to buy a DVD. I'll have to see if I can once we can lock the house. Yeah, that's fair. I saw the poster that got released and I'm holding myself back so hard right now. Oh, that poster looks so good. But I don't know where I'd put it in my house is the other thing. I'm already potentially looking into buying Valentine's merch from something, so I don't know. We'll have to see. My budget's not that great right now, so waiting for the DVD release. I only have one local theater showing it and have no one to go with. That's fair. Before my local picked it up. Oh my goodness. The closest cinema was 2.5 hours away by public transport. Eesh. Also late showings. Yeah, that's fair. It was about hour and a half for me to get to the theater. But that's just the way the buses work around me. Luckily, the friend I went with just drove me home that night, but... And it's only about half an hour by car. Just buses kind of drag. It just broke. Forgetting all my buttons. Oh, my line. Same, the only theaters showing near me are different cities. Yeah. I mean, I live... It qualifies as a city, but it's a smaller city in comparison to most around it, so... We have a mall, but that mall's been on the verge of closing for like at least 2 decades, so... It's not a very busy city. I really wish I liked the shirt designs more, the merch drop for Iron Lung, but I'm just... Other than the eel one, the others don't really call to me. I don't know. I would live for having like a one with just Iron Lung across like the chest and then the eels down the sleeves or something like that. That would be sick. I need more sleeve designs on shirts. Like crew necks, please. Classic Zephs in chat, and my my cue is automatically like James Marriott. Smiles. No, I mean, James Marriott is very good. Absolutely. There's a theater around 10 miles away showing it. Okay. I like how the eel long sleeve looks, but I fear the mesh layer will be a sensory nightmare. Yeah, that's the other thing. Out of all the merch I've ever bought, funny enough, the techno crew neck with the I drop kicked. Oh my goodness, why am I forgetting the saying now? You know the one. My brain's not working this morning. I drop kicked that child in self-defense. Is that how that goes? Officer, I drop kicked that child in self-defense. That one. That black crew neck is like the softest and most sensory friendly piece of merch I've ever owned. Other than maybe Gem's crew necks. I love the techno nerd showing up. I mean, one streaming, but... Literally on the other side over the border into the next country. To my country's cinema crew picking it up. Yeah, that's fair. Techno Switch is so comfy. Yeah. That black crew neck that has that saying on it is my favorite. Or the Emerald Duo hoodie. that Techno released. That or Phil's Antarctic Empire hoodie as well, but I've worn that one to the point that the ink's starting to crack. The absolute best hoodie I own, I cannot wear out of the house, sadly. Techno merch is also really good. Yeah. I mean, I have my Corpse hoodie, which is probably my favorite hoodie I've owned. Or I did buy Carl's like time travel hoodie, and that one's pretty fun too. Gem's crew necks are well worth it though. I love the cherry blossom one with the sword. You don't speak of that particular person anymore. How dare you? Such a nice hoodie. Yeah, that's fair. There's been a couple of merches that have gone quietly away. I feel that. Actually, coolest piece of merch might be up there with Mark's old King of the Squirrels t-shirt. I love that thing, but I bought it like 10 years ago. I'm scared to wear my Flowerfall hoodie because my cat loves to burrow and I'm wearing my claws out. Yeah, the Flowerfall hoodie is really pretty, but I'm so worried that it's going to break. I saved our Lovejoy. Yep. I love having merch of canceled CCs that just sits in the back corner of my closet. I have given away a couple things. I'm really excited. I saw the notice that Phil's Emerald Duo hoodie that he sold for Christmas is shipping soon, and I'm excited to have that one. I also like getting shirts and stuff from like concerts I've been to. So I got some old concert merch too. I'll save that for when you need clothes that you don't care about. Oh, I already have a couple of those. I have like 2 outside jackets. No, 1 outside jacket that's just rough and torn up, and it's my shoveling jacket because I don't care what happens to it. You need clothes that you're not afraid to like get rips in. And I got a few of those too. Didn't have the money for some. Yeah, no, that's fair. It was pretty expensive. I have a singular piece of canceled CC merch. I get rid of it, but I can't find it to do, so it's in hiding. I'm gonna see if I can get off the decals off and repurpose. Yeah, that's fair. There's a lot of ways to remove that sort of stuff if you'd like. Good for you need scrap fabric to repair old clothes. Yeah. God, that is something that I think I'm gonna save up. Well, I got a bunch of Canadian Tire gift cards, and I might for Christmas, and I might go look into like getting a sewing machine and an iron, because I'm at the point in my adult years that I'm missing having both of those. Oh, ad break. I gotta get back to my Baldur's Gate save too. I was playing with the vampire mod, and I was having a lot of fun with it. I got to the tiefling party, and I'm not sure who I'm romancing, so I got stuck in decision paralysis and haven't played that save again since. I really need to just do it. The bi panic kicked my ass, like. It's such a problem, Key. There's so many good characters in Baldur's Gate. I also had the itch to play Divinity, but I couldn't get Divinity running on my computer, and I don't know why. I mean, I haven't tried to play it since I upgraded my PC. Like, I basically got a brand new PC last year, but I tried to download it, and it gave me a weird error. I feel that. I got rejected at the Tiefling party in my favorite tab, and I haven't touched it in months. No! Like, I think I got everyone you can recruit in Act 1, essentially, but it's like, I have to choose between Halson, who I haven't romanced before, Shadowheart, who I've seen that scene for a couple times over, but I really, really like Shadowheart, so Shadowheart. But I also have Karlak, and I am kind of curious about Astarion. Like, my IRL campaign with a couple friends, like, the two guys, like, hate Astarion, so I feel... And I've kind of gone down the dark route in that save, so I wasn't even really debating romancing anybody. Romance the bear, totally not biased. I know. God. I just... Druid character, yes please. Good on you getting new PC before that part of the industry started melting down. Honestly, actually, we can thank my old PC for dying. And then my friend for upgrading it from the parts of my old PC, a graphics card a friend sold me, and a power supply I, for some reason, had shoved in a box. Because my partner has basically gone completely to his Steam Deck because he can't afford to upgrade his PC. And it sucks. I feel so bad for him. Although the Steam Deck does seem like a fun console, to be honest. Yeah. No, exactly. I could go on an entire rant about how much I hate AI for so many reasons. We just knock on wood, my Switch keeps going too, because, like, I have basically I didn't buy the Switch right when it came out. I think I got it like 6 months to a year later, but it's getting to the point that some games don't really run well on it anymore. Like, I tried to load up Pokemon Arceus because I didn't remember anything about the game, and we were talking about it when my friends were here for a movie night a little while ago. And it stuttered so hard loading up, like, even the first village. Like, oh my good God. That is also the game console that I have my furthest Stardew save on. I'm on like year 6 on that save. Yeah. I mean, I do have a PlayStation as well that my friends saved up and got me because they're wonderful. Like a PlayStation 4. I have a couple games for that. I do have all the Uncharted, and I've been eyeing up the idea of maybe playing it through on my PS4 again. I mean, I do technically have I could set up PS4 for streaming again, because I did stream off it a couple times and it ran pretty well. I just wouldn't have my overlays or anything like that, but oh well. I've had to hold myself back from the current Steam sale and all the farming sim games for sale right now, though. The way, like, if I wasn't so much watching my budget this month, I would have picked up a couple of the old, Like they have, I think, what is it? Story Seasons. They have Wonderful Life and Friends of Mineral Town up for sale right now. Like the two remasters that happened, and I love those two games. I played them so much on my Game Boy. And Rune Factory I've really been enjoying. And my cat's on my desk where he shouldn't be. Toby. You. Hi. Are you coming to bother stream? Why are you on my desk, baby? I'll be honest, I don't have many consoles. Handheld or otherwise. Actually, my only visual console is PS1. That's Game Boy DS, 3DS. Yes, the Tobias is here. He came up and he is bothering me. And standing on my work desk where he shouldn't be. You're making this very hard to play, One-Handed Cat. I need to get emotes of my cats made. That would be funny. I have a couple handhelds. I mean, I have my Game Boy Advance. I have a DS, a 3DS. And then my Switch. Oh, I have an old GameCube, but that's not a handheld. I do like my GameCube, though. That's a fun console. I have a Wii somewhere as well. I just don't have many games for it. I really wish I had found like some copy of Wii Sports before it was like $200 on Amazon. I really just got to go through my like the cities around me to all the used game stores and see if I can find it for cheap. My gaming life is pretty handheld heavy. Yeah, that's fair. Mine was, and then I got into PC gaming around college, and I kind of go between the two. Definitely with my friends, I think it's a lot easier for me to be PC game. Like for things like Baldur's Gate and Terraria. There was a pretty long stint of me playing Terraria with my IRLs and Valheim. I really, really wish I could get the rest of my friends into playing Valheim as much as I want to play Valheim. I miss, like, I kind of wish my IRLs, I need to get back on my server because, like, it seems Hermitcraft has found that perfect option of having a server to just log on and hang out with your friends, and I wish I could find something like that for my IRLs. Oh, Wii Sports was so fun before my mom made us get rid of it. Plus the Wii, we don't have the room to use it. Ah, that sucks. Yeah, I have a Wii. It's just sitting in a box. I really just need to go to used game stores and see if I can find it for decently cheap. That's how I got my GameCube. I think I paid like $40 for my GameCube. And like a Zelda game that's pretty rare, which is kind of cool because it's a couple of Zelda games. I'd like to get like Mario Party or something for my GameCube as well. I have Worms. My sister took the Wii when she moved out, but I got the VHS player and tapes. Nice. I have VHS tapes, but I don't have a player. They were a couple of my favorite movies growing up. Or I have my Nana's copy of Sound of Music because it was her favorite movie, so I have it on VHS. Mario Party on the GameCube is so fun. Yeah. I have distinct memories growing up of playing Mario Party in my friend's attic on her GameCube with her. That was also where I played my first Harvest Moon because she played It's a Wonderful Life. It was roughly around the time that I got a Game Boy, but my parents didn't get me any consoles. The first console I ever played with was my friend's PS2 he let me borrow for a while. I had a lot of fun with Ratchet and Clank on the PS2, though. I honestly think it would be a slam dunk if console companies did a short run where they re-released old consoles. Be scalped like hell, but still, oh my god. What I wouldn't give to have one of those, so I believe it was the PS3. They did a specific run of the PS3 that it would read PS2 and PS1 games. And like, holy hell, I wish I got my hands on that. But they're so expensive to find these days, I think. Because, no, my first gaming experience would be on my dad's PS1 that he still has. And if he ever gets rid of it, I'm half tempted to be like, I'll take it. Yes, please. I played the original Spyro and Muppet Racers was some of my first games. Backwards compatibility, my beloved, where'd you go? Exactly. The Wii had a version that would also play GameCube games. Yeah, that's right. I'm not sure if my Wii is that. My Wii was literally given to me by an old roommate who had two. And he was like, you'll use this. And I'm like, maybe. And it sat in a box for the last 5 years, but maybe at some point. I had one, but then it was bricked out on us. No! That sucks. I really wish they would stop, like, shutting down the stores on those old consoles, too. Like, the 3DS is still a pretty solid console. Like, handheld console. It's wild looking back on, like, my Game Boy, though, because that thing didn't have a menu. You just plugged in the game and you played. There was nothing else. One of my first PS1 games was a JRPG. I had to play, like, it was hardcore because I couldn't get a hold of a memory card. Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I think I accidentally overwrote my dad's memory card on his PlayStation when I was, like, very young, and I still feel bad about that. I need to look up how to emulate Muppet Racers and just play it on a stream once. It would be so fun just as a one-off. You guys can watch me, like, go absolutely insane on a game that the graphics are terrible to look at in comparison to now, but I had a lot of fun. It would also give Day, like, PTSD. She tried to play that game with me once on that console, and didn't go so well for her. That game was kept open for multiple days during one meteoric run before I wiped and had to start all over again. No. I did that with, like, one of my first Harvest Moon saves. I accidentally overwrote it, and I didn't touch that game for years because I was so upset. Because I think it was on my Game Boy, and I think it was Friends of Mineral Town, and oh my god, hi Susan, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. But yeah, I was like Friends of Mineral Town, and I think I was like 6 years into that save, which on the Game Boy, I don't even want to think how long that technically took me, and I overwrote it, and I was so mad. Susan! Thank you for the sub. 'Tis appreciated. Hi. The tide's about to turn. I'll just fish here. How are you today, Susan? I love this song. My friends always joke I have my parents' music taste as my taste, and I absolutely do. Give me the old 80s and 90s music over anything new, I'm not gonna lie, besides a few bands. Been really nostalgic lately for some of the bands I grew up with. Although my friend did tell me that Shinedown's releasing a new album. And he's the entire reason I'm really into them as a band. So that's exciting for my... I get that, except my brother accidentally overrode my save on my Pokemon Mystery Dungeons because he didn't understand how saving worked on handhelds. No! That sucks. You only had to experience the console saving? Yeah. Yeah, I know my friend... I see that somebody got stuck on the avatars. So 1 second. I gotta fix that spot. Susan got stuck. Yeah, words. My friend, one of my friends IRL was talking about going back to play some of the old Pokemon games, and then I suddenly remembered that if I ever lent him my Game Boy games, it would be overriding my save. At this point, though, I don't think I'd mind. I don't really play a lot of those old Pokemon games. I did a run where I was like basically taking all the Pokemon from all my Game Boy games and transferring them onto Pearl, because you could do that with the DS Lite, because it had both a Game Boy slot and a DS card slot. You could transfer Pokemon over, but I think you could only do like 6 a day, which was weird. But I'm pretty sure that's how I managed to move my first Pokemon I ever trained over onto Pearl. Because I think Pearl was the Pokemon game I probably played the most. That or Sapphire. I had a lot of fun with Pokemon X, actually, too. That was... I think X was, like, about the time I was starting to lose interest in the Pokemon series, though. Tangent about Pokemon. Who am I? I do gotta play through Spyro again at some point. I'm pretty sure I got that, like, remastered trilogy release for my Switch. So I should mess with it again. Let's switch to Glimmering Tides. I didn't notice. That is a good question for everybody, though. What games what was the first game you remember playing? Because I'm pretty sure mine would be between Spyro and Harvest Moon. I think it was roughly around the same time. I know what my first Game Boy game were: Super Mario 1 and 2 and old Connect Mario games, Alien, Police and Fire Brigade game, nice. Tetris, Left 4 Dead, Tetris on the original Game Boy, nice. I gotta fix this spot. I don't know why people get stuck up there. Left 4 Dead is a great first game, though. Athos the goat. I bought Left 4 Dead for a bunch of my friends because it was on a ridiculous sale on Steam for Christmas. And I've been bugging them. I'm like, when can we play Left 4 Dead? Play Left 4 Dead with me, please. I want to go smack zombies with melee weapons. Yeah, I don't have the original Game Boy. I have a Game Boy Advance. Left me terrified of zombies until like 10, but yeah, my dad let me play it when I was like 4. That sounds like something my dad would do. I mean, I was decently terrified of zombies, but then I also developed a fixation on COD zombies, like specifically the second one, and I played it nonstop for like 5 years in high school, and I got ridiculously good at it, and I'm pretty sure I made it. My record was like wave 20 by myself. The first game I ever played was Mario Party on my cousin's GameCube or Pong on my dad's old Atari. The first game was really mine. It was my Sims Kingdom. Yeah, that's fair. I remember playing Minecraft Pocket Edition on my tablet. On like my first iPad I had. I think I did something ridiculous, like I built a roller coaster around the entirety of like the border they gave me. So I dug out a tunnel and just built a giant roller coaster. Not even a giant roller coaster, it was just a roller coaster that ran around the borders. I don't even know why. I also played Sims 2 a lot. Like a lot of Sims 2. Skyrim might have been around one of the first games I played too. Oh, what a game. Can't wait until in another 10 years they release the 6th. Unless it'll just be like another version of Skyrim, which is also entirely possible with that company. Like, yes. Let's tease the same game we've been teasing for like 10 years. Let's and then remaster our old one yet again. I am actually curious how many consoles Skyrim is technically on. Because I feel like it's one of those games that has been on a lot of consoles just because they keep remaking it. Somebody Google that for me. How many consoles has Skyrim been on? I used to have a list. I mean, my one friend has bought it like a ridiculous number of like 5 times for like 5 different consoles. It's a meme on par with, will it run Doom at this point? Yeah. What'll come out first, Elder Scrolls 6 or GTA 6? Is it Elder Scrolls 6 or is it Elder Scrolls 7? I can't remember. Skyrim, the game you can't run without mods. At least it very much feels like that. I mean, speaking of old games, I was playing Plague last night again, just on my tablet. I remembered it existed, and now I've been playing it a ridiculous amount again. Ellipsis is sending me emails. Somebody manifest the writings to come back to me. I have so many work in progresses I'd love to finish. I also, at some point, I'm just gonna sit down and rewatch all of Vampires. Because I really want to write a Vampires piece. A Pyro specific piece. Because, my god, I still think about his character. I also really still need to watch Owen's point of view. ADHD is such a fickle bitch because, like, when the fixation goes away, it's just like it feels like hell to get myself back there, or it'll just strike me on a random Tuesday, and then I can't be pulled away again. I never even finished watching, I don't think, Cleo's point of view. I was just too sad. Which is like, it's a marker of a good series, but goddamn, I think I only ever watched like 2 of the finales. I think I watched Scott's and I watched Pyro's. I wasn't sure my heart could take what happened between Cleo and Lagundo from the clips I've seen. You gotta keep on my MCC rewatch as well. I still need to watch Joel's point of view. And Pyro and CPK's, the double date one. Phil's was great. Oh my god, Phil's was great. I needed an MCC I could just zone out to last night though, so I didn't end up watching more than one. I just switched to watching the scuffed MCC. Because I think one of my favorite MCCs is still the scuffed one with Phil, Jimmy, Blushy, and Amesy. It's such a fun VOD. It's so silly. Watch XP double pit. Sneak and Phil were on something this MCC, especially Sneak. Holy crap. The amount of flirting that man did with Phil. Oh my god. It was so funny, but like, good god. On down on paper, it's no longer inside me. Mine it belongs to. I do need to watch Trolls though. I want to watch him crash out at Phil. Phil said he'd kiss Sneak to win, and Sneak took that personally. True. Oh my god, what's people's dream MCC teams? MCC's on the brain, clearly, with the new season starting. Honestly, I think my dream MCC team... Oh, who would it be? I think Phil... Well, no, I do want to see Jimmy, Joel, Etho, and B-Dubs. Even if it's just like a one-off. I want to see them on a team together. It'd be like run back team ties. Like, just keep going through like Life Series teams or Dream Life Series teams. Although Past Life Cottagecore on a team would be pretty fun. Like if you got Scott, Etho, B-Dubs, and Scar, that would be fun. Tango and Jimmy on an MCC team as well. Please. And Scott. And maybe Martin, just for the drama. Scar, Phil, Green, and Sneak, because I think it would be chaos. It wouldn't even happen because of the balance, but imagine how funny. Oh god, yeah. Or Sneak and Jimmy. Sneak and Jimmy are like one of those rare pairs, I feel like, that not really many people talk about, but like they've been friends for years, and it's always fun when they're hanging out together. I think, I forget what SMP it's from, but there's like an SMP, I think it was one of the hardcore ones, where Sneak was on it with Martin, Jimmy, there's somebody else, CPK, I think, and they did a trial chamber together, and it's one of my favorite VODs to watch. It's just, it's so funny. I've been watching a lot more Jimmy lately, to be fair. I would I actually, dream MCC team. What if we get Sneak, Pyro, Clown, and Ross? That would be funny. I think it was the Technoblade charity event, but Pyro was talking about like how funny he found Sneak and how he was kind of like a little bit affectionately intimidated of Sneak because Sneak was so cool. And I'm like, now I need them on a team together. Okay, I'm still counting the consoles, but Skyrim has been released at least 10 separate versions, so it has 10 releases. That's disgusting. That is disgusting. Bethesda, stop. I would really like Phil and Pyro on a team together too. Or Phil and Martin. Give me Phil and Martin back as a team. Phil, Martin, Sneak, and Jimmy. That might be kind of fun too. I was gonna make a joke about like you could also do like team of deep voices, but I'm not sure who that would be. Like Pyro, Sneak. Yeah, I'm not sure. I just like it when everyone gets to be silly. True. Those are some great MCCs is when everyone's silly. Speaking of silly, Phil, Lagundo, Cub fan, and CPK. That's a funny stream. I love that MCC too. I need to figure out a way to get Gamers Outreach weekend off this year too. I want to trade my shifts away for that. I really want to watch all of Gamers Outreach this year. Grotto. Multi-queue. Weird. I basically only log on to fish or play Dino Ball. I don't really do much. Yes, I'm so excited for Gamers Outreach. Me too. It looks like a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the last couple. Oh, I know who I was thinking for Team Deep Voices was we also get Ren Dog in there. Ren, Pyro, Sneak. Not sure who else. I love how Etho's back fishing again. That's hilarious. Oh, and decked out, of course. I really want to see if I can figure out a way. Ooh, treasure spot. Pretty cheap treasure spot too, actually. I really want to figure out a way if I can get Decked Out 2 running. I do have the world downloaded, I think. No, I have Season 10 downloaded because I was planning on maybe doing a stream where I just went and wandered around it. But I haven't done it yet. Run Pyro, Sneak, and a rare fit MC. Oh my god. That would be an amazing group. I really want, actually, dream MCC group for the silly and the fun times. Martin, Ren, Cleo. Who do we throw in there as well? Pearl? Pearl could be fun. No, actually, we should do Impulse. Get Gluten guys back together. PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and of course PS. So for those two consoles, I love how you're still looking this up. This is great. I'm getting distracted. I did at one point have Skyrim for my Switch, but it didn't run well, so I gave it away. Nice. It had one more left. Well. Just put another one of those, I guess. Ooh, good song. Morning Crew MCC would go hard as well. I would also love if Etoile did one. I miss Codebreakers. Give them back to me. Codebreakers, Sneak, Fit, that would be a hilarious team. Oh, come on. Another release for the shiny new Xbox and PS4. New one just a year later for the Switch. Another remade for PlayStation VR, which was then ported to PC. Also, Legendary Treasure. Hello. Yes, please. Actually, this is when we pull out the epic bait. That Legendary Treasure is going to be fun to open. Streamer luck. But yeah, no, Bethesda needs to be stopped. Like, I know it's a good game, but like, holy Christ. It's got to be up there for one of the games that's had like one of the most remasters. I struggle to think of another game other than, as was said earlier, Doom, that has had so many remasters. This is a fun one. A very scaled back version of Skyrim you could play using voice commands on Amazon Alexa. Bro. Nah, they need to be stopped. They need a cease and desist. Like, just stop. What do you mean Amazon Alexa? Oh my god. Like, I like that game. I'm pretty sure it is... If I check my... Okay, we're gonna do a quick hold up. Because I'm just gonna check my Steam profile. Because I'm pretty sure it's like the third most played game on my Steam. Because, I mean, yes, I've had a phase. And... Okay, sorry, it's the fourth one. I've put 221 hours into Skyrim on the computer. Valheim is third at 232. Divinity at 337. And then Stardew, I played 546 hours on PC. Unfortunately, those hours are nothing compared to what I put into The Sims 4. Up until I'm still confused how I feel about the Sims now, with everything with the leadership and the ownership. But okay, we're trying for this, because like I've only ever managed to get like one different big spirit thing. Yeah, I've only gotten one of these unlocked, so give me more pure spirits, please. Apparently, it was a gimmick response to an ad poking fun at the number of Skyrim resin releases, so Bethesda went bad. Okay, maybe we don't challenge Bethesda, because then they'll release it again. Although, what else do they got? How long till somebody makes Skyrim and Hytale? I mean, Hytale's just... I'm making that joke based off how many things I've seen the Hytale engine used for. Jesus. It's rather impressive that they managed to keep this meme going for so long, though. Because that game's been out since at least high school for me, which means it's been over a decade. When did Skyrim originally release? Okay, I'm Googling something now. Are you kidding me? Skyrim was released on November 11th, 2011. That's ridiculous. Oh god, that means it's 15 years ago. Ugh. Ow. In the 10-year anniversary edition that went out for PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series. What the hell is XJS? Is that the newest Xbox? And PC arrived on Switch shortly after, and then again for Switch 2. I was... Ow. Okay, ow. Oh, I hurt myself looking that up. Jesus Christ. Okay, they need to be stopped. They need to be stopped. Somebody stop Bethesda. Like, I realize it's a good game, but like, holy Christ. Chill. Jesus Christ. That has got to be up there for the game that has the most releases ever. Like, I'm struggling to think of another game that's done that. It's in 8th grade, yeah. Alright, ready to open the legend? Okay, I'm gonna open the others and then we'll open the legendary treasure. We're manifesting butterfly wings, people. Butterfly wings. Can't wait for when the next Elder Scrolls comes out. They make a special edition that lets you play through the Skyrim storyline. Stop. After the main game. Oh my goodness. Okay. Because I'm pretty sure... Is it... buttons. There's like specifically the butterfly ones. There's that peacock tail. Well, that's tempting at some point. Where is it? Dragon wings, also cool. Yes, please. Cosmic wings, okay. Just give me anything with wings. There it is. Treasure caught in the tropical crate. Please, oh please, oh please. God damn it. Rip. I also hate how feasible it could be because You arrive on a cart. You could have been doing anything before that point. You're finally awake. I have vivid memories of watching my friend play that. Just hanging out in his basement while he played it. What a game. Actually, I'll take pearls. Sounds like a good idea. I think with Skyrim, I got sick of the like beginning intro though, and I ended up downloading that like alternate start intro. I forgot that. I forgot that technically you can hit the go live thing on Blue Sky. Yeah, there we go. Seen that when watching a certain spiffing brain. I've seen that mod. Yeah. It's a fun mod. Who was it? I think it's Koi. Koi really enjoys Skyrim and like absolutely as much as I rag on Bethesda about the re-release, it is definitely a solid game and I do go back to it every now and then just to play. And hi Kit. And Corey was talking about how they actually like role play with as their character in the game, and I'm like, I feel like I've lost that a little bit with some of my gaming experiences, and I need to start modeling the character after OCs again. But then again, whenever I play Skyrim, I always choose cat person, so I don't know what that says about me. Whenever I do a new save, I cat person, I become Khajiit. And then I usually do the companion storyline because my wife is there, the huntress. I always, for some reason, always marry her. And then I'll usually do either the Dark Brotherhood or the Thieves Guild. Because sneaky steely, sneak steal. No witnesses. Skyrim is fun, though. Or Valheim. Something about that old medieval style of game just hits right with me. I can't believe it was my partner that got me into Valheim, and now I think I talk about it more than him. It's definitely up there on like my top 10 games ever. What even would be that list? What are some of people's top favorite games? Like if I am listing top favorite games, I usually base it on how much the story stuck with me. So definitely the top 3 would include Subnautica, Last of Us, and I think it would be Divinity. Divinity or Baldur's Gate. It'd be a toss-up between the two. Or Stardew, just because I have such a history with Stardew. I've been playing it for so long. Rune Factory 4 as well. I feel like a lot of games could learn from Rune Factory 4. It's just such a fantastic game. I mean, it's old at this point, and I was starting to play through on here, but the button controls I think were confusing me because it was meant for like DS. So I'd have to, I think, print out basically the button controls just so I can reference them easier. Uncharted 4 as well. That was a good... That game was good for the characters alone. There was a period where Bricky's like 4-part series talking about the storyline of Uncharted, or 5 I think, because he talks about the DLC as well, was a comfort thing I would just throw on. So I watched a lot about the Uncharted series. Top games: Baldur's Gate 3, Minecraft, Caravan Sandwich, Fields of Mystria. Yeah, that's fair. Fields of Mystria it surprised me how much I really enjoyed Fields. And I'm still really enjoying Fields. I have to go back to romancing literally everybody, basically. I think I'm romancing... Celine was the first one, and then Adeline. But I do want to romance, like... Oh god, there's so many people in Fields I want to romance. Minecraft is also a good pick. Just for the sheer longevity of the game as well. I'm so excited for the next update. Me too. Me too. That is something I was debating playing through on stream, was just booting up my current save and just playing for a little while. Maybe at some point. Because I do want to get to the bottom of the mines. And I think I'm only like halfway there. I just keep talking to people. It's my problem. Whenever you give me a story-based, like one of those farming sim games, all I do is talk to the NPCs. I do it in Stardew, I do it in Fields, I do it in Rune Factory. Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma is such a good game, though. Oh my god. I wish I could say I felt the same about the 5th one, but I just don't like the 5th one, like, at all. It feels like it goes like Rune Factory 4 is definitely probably top for that franchise for me, just because it's so good. And then Guardians would be second. I don't know, they just did so much right with the 4th Rune Factory. Like, I have the 1st one, and my friend played through the 3rd one, but just the 4th one in particular, it was just so good. California. On my first save, I'm the max amount of hearts you can get so far with everyone. Just working at the museum at this point. Yeah, that's fair. I do like the museum aspect of those type of games because it does give you something to work towards. It got to the point with like Stardew that I was like memorizing everything in the community center. Like, it's a little scary how much I remember about that, I'm pretty sure. I did see the Stardew. He talked about how I think he was adding like 2 more marriage candidates, and I'm like, who the hell are we adding? Hello? Is it like new characters? I do not know. Marry the wizard. Valid. I was going to be like the wizard. Maybe Sandy. Like, I think I could see Sandy. Stardew Valley, I love you. Yeah. Stardew is a classic. I think that's why it would make it in my top 10 as well. Is it's just this sheer amount of time I've spent in Stardew. But I mean, I always romance one of two people. It's either Leia or it's Elliot. So somebody break me from that mold, please. Unless it's expanded, which I married the cute wine keeper. Sophia, I think. Because I was doing an expanded playthrough with like Jackson Day, and that was super fun. Because like Day is all over being able to break that game's economy. So, and she taught me her ways of wine. So, like on my current Steam save, I have like all the pillars bought and the golden clock bought sheerly off like wine alone, because I have 3 wine sheds on that save. Just can't wait to be roommates with Krobus. That's also a great storyline. It would be funny if they turned around and like, or no, you can be roommates with all of them, can't you? You can either romance them or you can be roommates, I think. Just let me add polyamory in the game, and then I'll bring both Leia and Elliot, and I'll marry both of them. Ideal goals. Don't make me make decisions. Let me choose all. I'm bi for a reason. Like... Trying to think who else you could even... It would be funny to add like some type of home wrecker storyline and get Robin away from her terrible husband. Or Marnie away from Mayor Lewis. Why do all the men in Harvest Moon in Stardew are just kind of eh? Like, I mean, there's some good ones, but like, holy crap. Clint is weird. Caroline, give me a chance. Exactly. I'm just gonna kick Pierre out of his own store. Just start running the store. Pull essentially a Story Seasons Grand Bazaar. That, talk about a good Story Seasons game. Holy crap. Grand Bazaar. I need to let that drag me back again. Too many games. Man. Not enough time. Too many games. Ad break. Oh, absolutely. I'm gonna really try for this. Good song. Pretty sure this is a song I've set for my personal Instagram page. I gotta get better about posting on there again. Just for family. I took a really cute picture of my cat earlier, so... I woke up to him yesterday, curled up on my stomach, and it was the cutest thing ever, and I didn't move for like 2 hours because of it, because he was just so dang cute. I was away at my parents' over the weekend, and they really seem to have missed me, and it's very cute. Toby is a baby. Soren's a little odd, but we love him for it. Oh my goodness. Not even sure what to do with the rest of my day. I think I'm gonna definitely do some more research on the ADHD stuff. Just learn ways to help myself a bit more. Is that what this break is gonna be for? I'll probably play games later again. But yeah, I think because tomorrow's going to be movie night with my friends, so I think next stream I might do would be Friday. I think we'll return to Cult of the Lamb. We're also getting pretty close to my 150 follower goal, which is pretty sick. I think for that goal I said that if we hit that, then I'll watch through Epic on stream. I have it written down, 1 second. Yeah. I was gonna watch through Epic for the first time in total. Good song. Oh my god, Sunny, I saw them a couple years ago in concert. One of my favorite concerts I've ever been to. Oh my goodness. I think I'm wearing their shirt. Yeah, I am. This is the Hermitcraft Season 8 song. Okay. I mean, I just know them because I listen to a lot of their songs, but I can see that. Season 8 was, I think, one of the first seasons I watched in its entirety. I watched Green, I watched Mumbo's Season 8, I'm pretty sure. And some of Scars. Out of all the Hermitcraft seasons, though, I think I watched the most content out of 10 so far. I'm very excited for Ducked Out, though. So, I have been watching a lot of tangos. There's an awesome animatic set to the song. Okay. Actually, I think I know which one you're talking about then. But they put on such a good concert. They played this song. They did 3 a.m. and Unwell back to back, and like those are two of my favorite songs to karaoke. I believe it's all it's coming around. I'm gonna find out. Let's see how far we've come. Let's see how far we've come. Gonna pretend we've come. Let's see how far we've come. I did like season 8 Green's point of view though. I remember watching a lot of that now that I'm thinking back on it. Especially the numerous pranks on Scar. Those were always a fun time. Or the one on Mumbo. where he became a ghost and then he released a freaking wither and boned him. I watch so much decked out content though too. That would be the only thing I think that would tie with season 10 watching for me. I watch so much decked out content and I'm back watching it again because like I'm excited for decked out 3. Bodum, I miss them. Me too. Such an elite fun group. But oh my god, decked out. But like specifically Tango streams of decked out. Like I loved the guests decked out when they brought like Martin, Jimmy, and Joel and Skiz before they were actually part of Hermitcraft, and at least Skiz and Joel. And Martin was on that one too. And H-Bomb, that's who I'm thinking of. That was the last one there. Watching Martin absolutely crush his first run of decked out is great. I'm very glad I started watching a lot of Martin's content lately. He's got some fun energy to him. Although I think he's probably, besides Tango, the only person I've ever seen like every episode of Life series from their point of view. Because I don't even think I've seen all of Green's. No, because I don't think I ever watched Green's Limited Life or Past Life. But I've watched the rest. Although Boat Boys Double Life is another elite series, along with Ranchers Double Life. Past Life Tango just makes me sad. I felt so bad for him. My watch later list on YouTube is getting a bit out of control though, so I gotta go back through and trim that down a little bit because I think I'm over 200 videos again. I've been actually trying to keep up with it. And not just use it as a storage place of I'll get there eventually. Or I need to add this to my playlist somewhere. My Hermitcraft playlist is getting a bit up there, so I think it's over like 300 videos now. Actually, I just thought of something. In terms of planning for Friday's stream, I could just run a poll. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Cult and Lamb, but need to catch up with Joel's hardcore videos. Yeah, who knows what's going on with Joel? I gotta catch up with Mumbos too. I'm also crossing my fingers that Ren releases an extended version of of the Wither fight because I want to see all the chaos. There we go. So you can vote what game for Friday's stream. I should have added Skyrim with the amount I've been shit-talking it, though. Although I feel like if I do Skyrim again, I'm just going to get cursed like I did on last stream, where that Elder Dragon came and fought me for like an hour and a half. Although the clips that Key made from that stream were pretty legendary, so, you know. Lon. Another thing on the buying list I have to do is I definitely have to buy a new controller for my computer at some point. My old Xbox controller is getting kind of beat up. The spree my partner was making me play Halo, I kind of wrecked a good one chunk of my controller with the aim, so could use a new controller. It's like I rubbed most of the rubber off one of the like joysticks, so rip. I touch things I don't feel. What a good movie. I can't believe it took me until a couple of years ago to realize that this is the singer of the Goo Goo Dolls. I'm still here. I'm gonna put you guys at another spot and then I'm just gonna step away for a moment because one of my nails is bugging me and I need to go get trimmers. Right? Had to step away for a bit. Did I miss anything? Nah. Just fishing. Speaking of the Goo Goo Dolls. Okay, I'm gonna put you fishing here, and then I'm gonna be right back. I just need to grab my nail trimmers because my one nail's bugging me. Okay. Problem fixed. The tide changes soon. Sorry, just adjusting mic. Nice. And everything's made like the movies. And you bleed just to know you're alive. don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think that they'd understand when everything's meant to be broken. I just want you to know who I am. Good song. This song is just amazing. It got very overplayed on the radio, but somehow I never got sick of it. Cults of the Lamb sounds good. Alright, so Cults of the Lamb stream Friday. Probably gonna try and aim for roughly around the same time. Well, start at 1-ish. I may as well do my earlier streams while I still have some time off. I'm away at the end of the month visiting my mom, though, so I'm not sure how much time I'm gonna have to stream at the last month, or last little bit of the month. I just always think about that one video of them performing the song in the rain. I'm just, yeah. I'm slightly upset because this band and Train went on a tour together a couple years ago, but they were only in the States and I couldn't make it. I'm sad. Because this band and Train is such an elite team up. Because Train's been one of my favorite bands since I was like a kid. Ever since I heard Drops of Jupiter for the first time. It's like a favorite band of mine. I mean, I am pretty lucky in the fact that like most concerts that go to Toronto I can make it to, like if I choose to go, but there's not a lot that comes to Canada besides Toronto, so I feel bad for the rest of Canada. To be broken, I just want you to know who I am. Just want you to know who I am. I just want you to know who I am. I just want you to know who I am. Such a good song. I don't know if I've ever written anything to this song, which is a surprise, because like most of my favorite songs I've written something to. Haven't I seen a few concerts listed in Vancouver? Yeah, they'll go to Vancouver. So honestly, they get like middle of the country and then, well, no, Ontario's not really the middle. That would be more Saskatchewan, but it's either Toronto, Vancouver, or nothing. Unless you're a band like Mariana's Trench who's from Canada and they do like a bunch of Canadian concerts. I've seen them in a couple different cities now. They're probably one of the bands I've seen the most because I've seen Mariana's Trench like 4 times. The only one that would come close is Shinedown. I think I've seen them twice. Yeah, I live equal distance between 3 major cities, so everything's like 5-6 hours away. Oof. Yeah, I feel that. Speaking of somebody who I wish would tour in Canada, Nate, come to Canada, please. I know he's on tour again, but it's like only California. There's no way in hell I'm stepping foot in the States right now. Like, I'm sorry. I love my friends in the States. I hate your country. I'm sorry. We do too. Yeah. We hate it here too. Yeah. Oh my god. I just want to get a van and just go down and like kidnap all my internet friends and y'all move to Canada with me. Fuck it. We live like the 60s and we build a commune somewhere. Well, my area did just scare off ice, so maybe things are looking up. I hope so. I've been worried about you and Toxie for a while. What I was trying to do. Just pick up everybody. And we'll just, I don't know, get as far from the border as we can. Maybe to the Maritimes. Nova Scotia's pretty nice. I mean, besides the hurricanes. But, you know, I think I'll take the hurricanes over rampant gun violence. I'm not saying anything, but... Now just go live on an island. Nova Scotia, Newfoundland isn't really an island, but it's kind of nice. I've never been to Newfoundland, actually, so... I've been to most of the Maritimes, just not Newfoundland. I've been to, like, Nova Scotia and PEI and New Brunswick. But not Newfoundland. I was hoping to go back to Nova Scotia this year, but... A little horrified about rising ocean levels with islands. Yeah! Okay, maybe Newfoundland then. We're just far northern Canada. You know? Ugh. Climate change talk can too easily make me spiral, so I tend to avoid it, to be honest. Yeah, no, this is fair. No treasure spots for me? Please? Pretty please. Treasure? Treasure? Does not look like treasure. Okay, fine. I guess we'll go for pearls. Pearls are spirits. Yeah, I think we'll have to... Oh, there's one treasure spot, but... I have enough to upgrade this one more time. More treasure. Yeah, let's just go for pearls, I guess. I really gotta listen to more Pink. What a powerhouse of a singer. Oh my god. Fun is also pretty great too, like the other singer in this song. Whatever happened to them? I think I saw that they were like on a hiatus, but they just never came back from it, I don't think. Real bad dreams. A song right in my life when it came out? Yeah. More than empty dreams when our love. Oh, there was a period where I listened to a lot of duet songs like this. Because my voice is definitely more comfortable in the lower range, so I'd sing lower range parts, and then Day has an amazing singing voice for the high parts, so these type of duet songs I'd listen to a lot, because her and I would duet them. We're not broken, just bent, and you can learn to love again. Yeah, I do not have the voice for the high parts. I'm definitely more comfortable with usually masculine parts in songs. Songs I have the most fun singing to are definitely duets, or I do like Matchbox 20 a lot for singing along to. Imagine Dragons is pretty good sometimes too. Tragically Hip. There's the Canadian answer. We can learn to love again. Paralyzer by Finger 11 is a fun one. We can learn to love again. Broken just bent, we can learn to love again. My mom texted me. One sec. Even my choir director kept putting me with the sopranos, so I felt like I was struggling with some of the highs my fellows were doing. Yeah. I did choir for a little bit. I did it actually quite a bit in elementary school. And then I switched over to doing instruments because I played alto saxophone and guitar for a number of years. I feel like I kind of lost a lot of my voice prowess when my voice changed as I grew up. I also struggled for a very long time with worrying my voice sounded too low, but now I actually don't mind my voice that much. Used to hate it. In the corner, that's me in the spotlight, losing my religion. This is another song I like karaokeing. And you don't know if I can do it. This one and Hotel California, I have a lot of great times singing to. And said enough. Last night while waking up we had to pick talks at work, I pulled up the lyrics and sang along with one of my favorite German heavy metal CDs. Amazing. Choir was mandatory during primary school. We had a whole school-wide session dedicated every 2 weeks. Whoa, that's interesting. Me when I left as a soprano for spring break in middle and came back in alto. Choir being mandatory is wild, though. Interesting. I mean, like we had clubs that you could like join, and we had a music, like I went to a school that has a pretty good music program, but it was after school music, so I think it was like every Tuesday we'd stay after school and we'd practice for like an hour and a half. And then we had every few months concert, something cathartic, sing along to a band called. Yep. I'm not going to attempt that because I'm going to butcher that and I'll feel bad, but. Eisenbrecher? I don't know. Eisbrecher? I can never get the German right. I should. It's in my heritage. I got some German blood in me. Close enough. Don't ever ask me to attempt to do any type of accents. I'm terrible. I can barely read English some days. I can barely write English some days. Does anybody else, as they get older, just their spelling gets worse and worse? Holy crap. Maybe it's just the fact that I type out things a good majority of the time still. Like, I write on occasion in my notebook still, but, like, I'm sure it's full of spelling mistakes. do it. Oh no, I've said too much. I haven't said enough. And then it means what you think it means. Yeah, and handwriting gets messier. That's, at least for me, I think that's something that's actually improved. Because my mom used to like poke fun at my penmanship like constantly. So out of spite, I think I got better. But my handwriting is also a cross of printing and cursive these days. It's a cursed crossover. The only way I could get out of choir for a short time during year 3 when I joined recorder lessons for the sole purpose of getting out of choir. Yeah, that's interesting. Because it was optional for us to do our music program. But I mean, because I did like 4 years of it, I skipped right into grade 10 music when I was in grade 9. But I think I only played for like a year. I can't remember. At least in high school. I just didn't have time in my schedule anymore after that. Not the plastic plastic pipe of parental torture. Yeah. Definitely got the feeling my parents more appreciated the saxophone than they did the recorder. Love this song. I wonder how I'm doing. Oh, wow. Anna's getting close, though. Small. I miss you, Small. Small's just not that active on the internet that much anymore. I think I still have my recorder somewhere, which is a terrifying sentence, but I'm like 90% sure I still have it. Contemplating buying a sax on eBay, caught my son's eye because it's blue. That's fair. I do still have my saxophone. And it was my grandmother's while she was in high school. It just unfortunately has had much better days. And it wasn't kept well, so it did rust. But it still plays nicely. It's just a very old saxophone. I don't even think the company that makes them is like in business anymore. Only optional choirs separate from the school would when the school play musical. Okay. We had a musical, but it wasn't until high school. And it was like an optional thing. I was part of writing one, and then our school produced one as well. But I was a light technician for the one that we wrote, which was something I very nearly did as a career, but unfortunately they don't get paid that much. Considered it for a moment in my life, though. I was the theater kid, but the theater kid who enjoyed watching everybody else be silly, and then I controlled the lights or electronics. That was my job. I was very fine with just being stage crew. My high school was interesting, though, because we also had a horticulture class, so I took that from grade 10 onwards, because we actually had a greenhouse attached to our school and everything. Saxes are interesting. You have to be careful how far you push the mouthpiece in that cord. Yeah. Yep. I remember preparing the read and that whole talk. I do still have my saxophone, and I still have my guitar. The guitar I'd need to completely restring, though. I'm pretty sure my E line broke, like my E string broke. The thinnest one. And I mean, it's been years since I did anything with those strings, so I'd want to replace them anyway. Especially if you're playing a group and they have them all pushed by different lengths. Yeah. I remember being in band and one of the kids who played trombone, like our band teacher was insistent on posture while you were playing in band, which I mean makes sense, but he insisted on like flat to the floor. And one of the kids who played trombone was too short to do it. The instrument was actually bigger than him, even in high school. And so our teacher would tell him to get his feet on the floor, but he couldn't. Madly torturous to hear them all just off key from each other. Yeah. Yeah, like my school definitely had a good music program, which is, I know, rare for schools these days, which is kind of sad because, like, arts is a huge part of a lot of kids' lives and education. So I know I was lucky with the school I went to for a lot of the things I did as after school things. We had the opposite. We had strolling strings, and one of our few bass players was big enough to walk around playing a full-size bass. Wow. We had a marching band at my school, too. I looked at one of them and was mentally, honey, that thing has eaten the entire neck cork. You don't have to push it that far. Yeah. Boy, did that get looks, especially from groups who didn't know you could even stroll with a cello or cello. I don't know why. I just realized this is strong, not greedy. Whatever. My school's music programs were good up until the teachers moved schools because they fought like hell for us, and the school replaced them with teachers that don't even have music degrees. Oh my god. Always seen that. I'm mildly impressed when I see someone stroll around with a cello. Yeah, no, I would be as well. That is not an easy instrument in terms of portability. Whatever. Yeah, our music program, it was like it was one teacher that did it, but he went to a couple different schools around the area. So like throughout the weeks he would be at different schools, and our day was Tuesday. It was a fun program for sure though. I'm still friends with that teacher on Instagram, on like my personal Instagram, so they occasionally like my posts. It's funny. It's American public school for you? Yeah, fair. In Canada had some differences, but I feel like a good chunk of it was decently similar just with how close our countries are. At least I got 4 years of choir when it was good still. Yeah. No, choir did always seem like fun. I mean, I have a pretty musical side of my dad's family anyway. Like my grandmother still sings in her church choir and stuff. She was a music teacher. What is with this build and people getting stuck right up there? I definitely really enjoyed music program just in general. I mean, I was in my music program, like playing alto saxophone for like 7 years. So Fun fact, when replacing my music teacher from secondary school, basically had them audition by teaching several classes across all years each. So low-key, we chose who got hired. Interesting. My music teacher like retired a couple years after I graduated, so luckily we had him through to the end. My horticulture teacher changed 3 times though. I really liked my first one. Second ones weren't as great. They're good teachers, but the first one he really loved teaching, and it was easy to tell. He made school really fun. I was also like 1 year off being, apparently according to the school system, bilingual in French, but I definitely wouldn't say so. At least in Ontario, if you take it all the way through schooling, you're considered bilingual, but I would not have been comfortable being called that. Oh my God. I feel like I'd have to completely reteach myself the language. Another really fun band to see in concert. I mean, of course I love them. They're like, their entrance to the stage was they played the Last of Us theme from the show that came out, which I've only seen season 1 and I only plan to watch season 1. I can't do the rest, but I really wish I kept up with a lot of my music knowledge, though. I feel like I'd have to reteach myself a lot of music stuff. Like, I'd definitely have to reteach myself everything about sheet music, because I don't remember anything about it. I think I'd remember a little bit, like the basics, but beyond that, it's just been so long since I've done anything having to do with music myself, like in terms of playing it. Can never read sheet music fast enough to play it. Now I know it's my dyslexia. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, my dad is amazing at guitar, but he never learned sheet music either. He learned it by tab, which is what I think I'd have to learn at this point again, even just to remember how to play. I'd taken music theory last semester. I'm uncomfortably good at sheet music. Can't play anything. That's fair. Real, I used to be able to play the piano and read sheet music, but life happened and I replaced that knowledge. Yeah, exactly. Play notes above the staff, play mostly by ear. That's fair. As me, bilingual, I definitely have something that can be mistaken for conversation if you squint the room full of AC units in a second language. That's fair. Piano is one I always wish I learned. My partner actually can play piano, which is wild, because I never think of him as a music kid, but his parents made him do it, so he's got a decent amount of knowledge in it. I really wish the QSMP phase had kicked my knowledge gearing into gear, or like my knowledge learning back into gear. I wouldn't mind learning French again. Because, I mean, if you learn French in Canada, I mean, you can get higher pay at your work by being bilingual. But I've also heard the bilinguals in my department are ridiculously overworked because there isn't enough of them, so maybe not. That's part of why I started pulling out the German heavy metal. Yeah, that's fair. Somebody got stuck again. I gotta fix that part of Sunny. Why are you getting stuck? Fun Sunny lore. I learned to play piano so I could be alto section leader. So Mean Girl wouldn't get it. Hell yeah. I mean, that's what you do. I mean, I grew out my hair again because one friend I no longer speak to made some sort of snarky comment about me cutting it off before her wedding, so I grew it out for her wedding. And I haven't gotten a major cut since then, and we stopped talking 2 years ago. But oh, spite. This is why I watch a lot of Cleo. I don't ever think of myself as a spiteful person, but in certain ways I definitely am. You just say one wrong thing and I'll never forget it. Like, I love our theater kid cousins, but they're mean when they join choir. Yeah, that's fair. Fueled by the powers of spite? Yeah. It's just like, it was some sort of offhand snarky comment that I couldn't have my hair longer than hers at a wedding. Or at her wedding. And I just grew it out and left it down. Not a very good look for me, but oh well. I don't talk to her anymore for many reasons. It's also how I got so ridiculously good at Stardew fishing. Because in one of my saves, it was a bunch of our friends doing it, so I just didn't bother with the fishing. And then Willie showed up like near the end of year one and is like, I've seen you haven't done any fishing. I'm going to give you a free level of fishing. And then I got really spiteful and got really good at fishing. Oh, Lucy fish tents. I probably have some reward crates to open, don't I? Yep. They definitely also have some cosmetics, I for sure have. Yeah, I have all those. Need your petty fishing levels. I'm gonna reel a goddamn Leviathan in just to spite you. Yeah, that's basically what it became. It was also, I think, just proving a bit of a point to myself as well. Because in some games, I really struggle. Like, there's several games I struggle with coordination quite a bit. So I can't do, like, I know I can't do, like, any of the Elden Rings or anything like that. I didn't even know that could happen in Stardew. Yeah. My partner keeps trying to get me to play, like, Elden Ring stuff, and I'm like, I don't have the coordination. I don't think I'd enjoy it. I love Stardew fishing, though. Yeah, I really didn't like it to begin with, but now it's probably one of my favorites for fishing mechanic games. Speaking of fishing. I would like more idle fishing games like this, though. I have a lot of fun with these type of games. Funny enough, I hate fishing Minecraft. I don't mind it. I mean, it's a good way to get some things. I like this aspect, like MCCI fishing. Oh my goodness. But, I don't know. I mean, there was a period in my life I played a lot of RuneScape, and I did like the fishing in RuneScape. That's my oldest existing online account is my RuneScape account. I think last I checked, it's been like, I've had it for like 13 years. Just insane. 13, 14 years, I think, this point. And it's something you can actually check, which is funny. I like going on there every now and then just for like holiday events and stuff. I like the holiday goodies you get from it. I really wish MCCI had another fishing event or holiday event like they had like 2 years ago, where it was like a calendar. That was a lot of fun. I don't think they ran it this year though. I gotta get back to my forever world at some point. I just don't know what I'd do next, whether I'll maybe just keep going for my netherite. Probably discover another goddamn mushroom island. I'm still not over how many goddamn mushroom islands I have on that save. I should not live in like, there shouldn't be like 1,000 island mushroom islands. Like, what the hell? I thought they're supposed to be a rare biome. How did I end up in the middle of like 8 of them? More mushrooms. I think I'm gonna go till around the 3-hour mark, and then I might call it for stream for today, so we get another half an hour. What other fishing games? Well, there's fishing in Terraria, but I never really touched that. Whenever those sort of things happened, I was usually playing defense of the people who were fishing. Because it was usually on the night where there were a lot of monsters. I gotta at some point just sit down and actually start up a playthrough of my own Terraria world and just see how far I get. Because I did rely on Jax for a lot of things about Terraria. And I feel a little bit bad about all that. Oh, hello, person. Goodbye, person. I can't believe Etho's still on. Oh. What if he just fishes all day and then hangs out on Hermitcraft all night? Remember the comments that Tango was making about potentially recruiting the late night crew to help him with his mountain? I know he included Etho on that list. Etho put out a new episode a couple days ago, though. I definitely have to go watch that at some point. Maybe that's on the list today. After I finish the VOD of the vampires playing Harpy Express. I really want to, even if it's just a one-off, I really want to play Harpy Express with people at some point. I just have to figure out how to set it up. I think I'd have to rent a server. Also, me, Zeph, and Koi have to play Valheim together still. There is an ad starting in about 3 minutes, just as a heads up. I think everyone here is subbed, so we're all good. Looks like fun. I've not played a deduction game like that before. Yeah. No, it does look like a ton of fun. I think it definitely interests me a little bit more than Among Us, because Among Us just stresses me out. I'm not a good liar, so... And I don't like lying to people. So I think I'd be a little bit more comfortable with Heartbeat Express, where it's just kind of trying to outlive the killer or take him down. That feels a little bit more user-friendly to me. Speaking of Paralyzer, from our earlier conversation. I just need to get better about being social again, too. Kind of fell off for a little while, not doing anything social activity-wise in terms of friends or anything. Now that things are calmed down a bit in my life. There were a lot of fun moments in the Vampire's Heartbeat Express stream. Yeah, it always seems to be a fun time. I like watching Cleo's point of view, or Martin's, or Abolish. Actually, I've watched a lot of Abolish lately. Or Lagundo. I've been spending a lot of time in Lagundo streams with the subathon he's doing. In fact, that's probably where I'm going to send you after stream, as we're going to raid into Lagundo. We close in 3 weeks. I spend tonight making myself a good dinner and work on some things. Perhaps play Sunhaven the day. I know it was talked about potentially being today or Friday. So if I stream Friday, I'll definitely be early afternoon Friday. I think I like doing the earlier streams too, anyway. At least the ones starting around 1 or 2. I don't know if I'd ever go earlier than that, but... My cat keeps staring at me. What do you want, Fuzzball? Soren? Of course, the moment I acknowledge him, he runs away. Cats. So tempted to create an AU where Cleo is secretly into detective a la those mystery shows who uses magic to pretend the target of the killer and is killed. Oh, okay. That'd be a fun AU. I have a Moonrat AU I was gonna write. I had like 2 vampires AUs that I was gonna write, and then I've written like 2 completely separate ones just on a one-off. I really want to do like the OG4 Coven, just like a fluff story about them. Give those characters some fluff. Because Jesus Christ, it didn't end well for the OG4 Coven. Like Scott, Owen, Pyro, and Shelby. I did have a lot of fun writing my last AO3 piece, though. I didn't mean to make it end angsty, though. I did not at all. I did not go into that story planning to end it with angst, but the story wanted to be ended with angst, so... I don't know if anybody else experiences that in their creative process, but there's sometimes the story just takes over and you are no longer in control. You are writing how the story wants to be written. Hey, sometimes anxious happens. Yeah, exactly. I do absolutely have to finish working on that conversion I was writing for my shipwreck story, though. Koi was editing it. I just hadn't gone through the edits yet. Sometimes characters just die. That's not my fault. Exactly. I want this to happen. Author, the characters, no. MCY2 breeds angst like Foolish has breakdowns during builds. True. Very, very true. Heaven forbid if I ever write any of my ranchers or my Ren chanting ideas I've had. Cowboys Ren chanting still kind of lives rent free in my head, I'm not gonna lie. I barely kept up with Cowboys, but like the parts I know. Ow. Why are they always tragic? Like the chandelier? Exactly. I wish the chandelier stream still existed, but I think he deleted it and I've never been able to find an archived copy of that VOD. Only the video he posted that's like the cut up version or from Rambu's point of view. Never forget the chandelier. A couple clips of Foolish just live rent free in my head on the realm whenever Ross asked him to build. There's one where he runs away screaming and it's great. Oh, I miss the realm. I miss King of the Fools. Rip chandelier stream? True. Foolish was like one of the first DSMP people I like actively followed because he was the one streaming the most regularly. After I found Techno anyway. Yeah, he was on a building break. I mean, I don't blame him. The Titan almost killed him on QSMP, so that alone made me consider a DSMP version of Moulin Rouge. Fair. Oh, DSMP. What a chaotic mess you were. I look back on a lot of my writing from DSMP and it's like, man, give that energy back to me. I cooked so hard with some of those Syndicate fics. Or my Eternal Duo fics. I've been going back through some of my old writing and just rereading it, reliving what I was writing. Man, I went crazy with a couple of them. It's thinking fun to write with those characters. It is. My Vigilante AU with Techno and Tubbo, One Bullet in the Chamber. I reread that the other day and it's like, God damn, this is my writing? Holy crap. Give me that energy back. That was such a fun piece. And it came together like out of spontaneous ideas and me like ranting in Zeph's DMs about this because I think Zeph was the one who inspired that story. And I think I dedicated that story to them as well. Or my other piece I put out a little while ago. DSMP and QSMP were beasts for that sort of thing. Oh, yeah. Oh, some of my QSMP stories. Holy crap. My timeline's been showing me a lot of high duo lately, so I've been thinking a lot about the high duo pieces I've written. The one I wrote, Kick at the Daylight? No, Kick at the Darkness Hill Bleeds Daylight. There's the title of it. It's a QSMB high duo one, and like, holy crap, I cooked with that one. Mind you, part of it was based off a story series I read at one point, or a trilogy called Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Lanny Taylor, I think. It's one of my favorite book series, actually. A good chunk of the plot was based on those mechanics, but I had this like Emerald Duo, like D&D based fic I was working on for the longest time. And I need to get further with that because, like, I was cooking. I just need that energy to come back. I don't know what it is. I need to get fixated on the pieces again and then I'll write them. But it's hard to get fixated on the stories again. Mine's been showing a lot of Guapo. Yeah, and Death Duo. Oh, yeah. Death Duo is another one that lives rent free in my head. I have this old archivist piece I just need to finish. And it was based on like that time that Selbit took Lula and Cheyenne for the weekend. I had this whole sleepover piece. I forget how many words I was into it. I just need to finish it. Actually, can I pull that up? I just want to double check how many words I even had on that doc because there were a lot. This might lag the stream, but we'll see. Where was it? Ah, what was the name of it? There it is. Oh, not as far as I thought, but 4,000 words into it. 4,701 words, apparently. But I think I had, what was it? I had 2 more pieces to write. Or 2 more scenes? 3 more scenes? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I had 3 more scenes to write. One day. Then I'm absolutely dedicating that piece to Kit. Because the moment I say archivist duo, I'm sure they'll spawn out of nowhere. God, I don't remember when. That's when I say I lost my only friend. It's a good song. You see, I've broken out disease. I keep hearing like mysterious voices. Mysterious noises. I'm gonna get down. I'm not sure if these guys were like a one-hit wonder, but I don't know if I've ever heard another song by this band. Need something better than... Yeah, the Wallflowers. I'm not sure. The character's so obnoxious. I need to finish my rewatch of Castle as well. Archivist Duo looks at the notebook, 15 pages of notes strongly between the two. Yep, that's a mood. I wrote a fun couple pieces based on them. And bolas. Although I did write bolas in that one of the last big pieces I released, that little vision of start and the end. That piece was like 2 years worth of writing though. Holy crap, that piece took me a long time to complete. I hit over 1 million words on AO3, which is wild.
I guess I'm just kind of hit that point of I need to finish another work in progress, so I'm not quite sure what to do from here. Just write whatever I feel like. I need another story-based Minecraft server to take me over again. Maybe halfway there, I don't remember. That's fair. I said that one so bad. Oh, I had so much fun writing that one. Even though it was kind of a spiteful piece, because, like, it was a whole thing about fighting against AI, because, like, fuck AI. It has, the main duo, I went into it planning to make it, like, a Foolish and Philfic, but then Jaden also showed up, and it kind of became a Foolish Jaden, Selbit, and Philfic in Bagheera. Did originally start out with another duo, but I don't exactly write the one character anymore, so made them an OC instead. I need to eventually write my original story I had that OC shows up in my original OC Geneva, their backstory. Eventually, I have plans for writing it, for a backstory for that I started writing when I was like 14, when I was in a fairy tale role-playing guild. I know it's funny, like, because it seems like there's people who will make OCs, like, several OCs for everything, and then there's me that has, like, 3. I forgot about this. Let's do this one. Yeah, I have it. I really gotta start watching more Skyblock Kingdoms. I've only seen like a couple videos. It does seem really fun. I also want to get caught up on Bannerfall, but I think I'm gonna have to. I think Cherry is putting out episodes for Bannerfall, so I think that might be how I just keep up for now until I can actually put aside the time to watch the VODs. Hate trying to write my OCs. It's so different from fanfic. What do you mean? You don't have predetermined lore? Exactly. Fanfiction feels like a lot of fun and good writing practice because you already have characters and like set little design choices or plot choices that you can bring across or make references to. And then OCs, you have to make up absolutely everything. I don't know how many OCs. I mostly just grab characters by the scruff and say, you're mine now. You live in my sandbox now. Yep. I mean, I have Geneva, I have Storm. I could absolutely write a story based off my D&D character, Sylvan. I have some good ideas for that. I had a D&D character I was working on as a one-off for a game that we never ended up doing, but it was going to be fun. A druid. I know my partner wants to run a D&D campaign, so maybe I'll just bring her and level her up. I think just to break the writing block, I need to just do my usual of just like writing something with techno. That tends to break it. Or Phil. I don't think we're getting any treasure spots. Satch. I can't believe Vampires has been like almost 6 months now. That's ridiculous. I miss it. Bring it back to me. I think we're just gonna have to go for pearls. But there's an XP save on the one over here. Or an XP stat. I think we'll do this grove and then I will set up sending you over to Lagundo. Corpse. That was so good. What do you mean he builds well, role plays like that, and can sing and songwrite? I know. It's so good. Avid's music does really hit different. Also, Music Whiplash, yeah. I mean, that is just this playlist. I'm pretty sure I have like all of Corpse Husband's music on this playlist besides the one he did with Machine Gun Kelly, because that like sheer like high pitched frequency he does like can trigger my headaches. So that song's not on this playlist. Although I am now just gonna queue up my favorite Corpse song because like yes please, and it's short. Where is it? Here we go. I thought something broke, but it was just... Oh, yep. Two things broke. But yes, this song. This was like one of my first Twitter banners was a picture of lyrics from this song. I miss my zoom mod. That's close enough. I miss when Corpse and Foolish hung out. I understand Corpses want to leave the internet. I absolutely get it with all the shit he went through. But like, goddamn, I miss him and Foolish hanging out on streams when Corpse would just show up. Good times. I saw a video on Sneak's Discord that encapsulated the vibe perfectly concerning music playlist Whiplash. Yeah. The amalgamation playlists that all millennials, it seems to have, or our generation. Where it's a mix of like 80s and 90s, and then for me at least it can go to Corpse Husband. I've also got some Sam Hunt for the random country phase I had once, and then a whole bunch of video game music. So much old Nate Wants to Battle. Like, if we're just gonna queue up songs that make me feel things. Put that up next. I can find a song to outro to, because I'm gonna work on sending you over to Lagundo soon. The 3-hour mock. It's just that scene where Doctor Strange and America Chavez catapulting through the multiverse. And each scene changes wildly different song. Yep. I heard something break. God damn it. Polyjamorous for a reason. Yeah, that's a term I've seen before. That's a hilarious term. I love that term so much. It's very true. My playlist is such a random mix. Oh my goodness. Proud to be polyamorous. Yep. It's last time all of them will be saved. Just same, just dream. You know, just what we seem. What is it about, like, specifically FNAF music that hits so hard sometimes? Maybe it's just the decade-long attachment to this man's music in particular, but, like, goddamn. Love hitting shuffle and going from country music to NSP and Weird Al. Yeah, NSP is a good choice as well. I definitely listened to a lot of NSP and Starbomb for a while. Let me put my Haley Westerna next to my Sabaton Pink Polish folk wines and sea shanties. Yep. Next to my Sabaton. Sabaton's a good choice. My friends listen to a lot of Sabaton. And Pink, both her as well as Pink Floyd. Because my dad got me really into listening to Pink Floyd. Grotto collapsing. Alright, let's sell my shit. And then I'm going to get the raid set up. Because my mom is texting me more. Because I did not respond. You okay? Yes. I'm streaming, mother. It goes from 80s rock to Irish pub songs. As you do. Someone TS talking about Sabaton so much. Slade and Status Quo. Who is it? Oh God, what was the band that I got fixated on for a little bit? Aviators. Aviators is amazing. But I'm trying to remember the name. Smash Into Pieces. This band. I listened to a lot of them for a while. Especially this song. What a banger. So many Sabaton songs live rent free in my head. Yeah, that's fair. Nope. There we go. Pretty successful day, just chilling. Got a bunch of fishing done. Even though we stayed on the one island, but 'tis what it is. Alright. Let me set up to work on sending over to Lagundo. It's been 3 hours and I'm getting a little tired and I need to chill. So. But this was a fun stream. Thanks everybody for coming to hang out. And we shall return for doing some Cult of the Lamb on Friday. I'm going to work on sending you over to Lagundo. Just give me a moment. Just going to pull this stream up. Lagundo is also fishing, but it looks like on SBK right now. So you get to go watch SBK fish. I went through a phase. It was not a phase where I devoured as many Celtic songs as I could. Very fair. Celtic songs are very good. All right. Yes, stream was fun. Thank you, everybody, for your patience with my abnormal and not at all good stream schedule. But yeah, we'll be back on Friday. Probably aim for around 1 or 2 and do some more Cult of the Lamb for a little while. It shall be fun. But yeah, I'm going to work on sending you through to Lagundo and keep an eye on my Twitter, and I shall let you know when I'm going to stream next. Thanks for the subs today. Hey, made it for 10 in a row. You're not that bad. Fair. But yeah. Yeah, Friday, Cult of the Lamb. We hang out, we chill, we play some cults. You watch me relearn the controls again. But yeah, I need to go do some things and make myself good dinner and respond to my mother so she stops worrying about me. I hope everybody has a good night. And I shall see you again soon. I'm going to send you through to Lagundo now. Have a good night, everybody.